Mr. Jackie Brawls.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap.
We're in New Hampshire.
We are in the great state of New Hampshire.
Where's the primaries, all that? People run for president. I'm already wore out. I'm ready to go home.
Yep.
We had how many more days?
We have Monday.
What?
Tomorrow's Monday.
And that's it?
And
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday's when
everybody decides who the hell, which of these fools to
vote for.
Yeah, and then Wednesday go home.
Yep.
Good. I'll be ready to go home.
So we've been running around all over New Hampshire.
Yep.
Today, Super Bowl Sunday, folks. We're filming this at 11 p.m. at night. It's probably going to be a little late by the time we get it up.
Yeah.
Super Bowl night, when you should be out having fun and getting real drunk and having sex with different people.
None of that. I don't want any of that. No.
People you might meet at parties or at bars, in the grocery store, whoever they are.
I ain't met nobody outside of. I was surprised I have met old Jim Gilmore. Seemed like a nice fella. Kind of feel bad about some of the stuff we said about him, but you know.
We said so. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We spent it at a Marco Rubio thing. This Marco Rubio.
He's
Super
awful.
Bowl
Yeah.
thing. And then Jim Gilmore Super Bowl Puppy Bowl thing.
Yeah.
Were you saying you wanted to have sex with Jim Gilmore?
What the hell are you talking about?
'Cause I
Never
was
said
saying to
anything like
people-
it. No, I didn't.
I didn't understand the.
I didn't want to have.
segue.
I don't need any of that stuff. I said the only person I met, I don't need any. Everybody I met, I don't care to meet them again. The only person, Jim Gilmore, seemed like a decent man. Everybody else seemed full of it.
Marco Rubio celebration Super Bowl party
Yeah,
was about what you think that would be.
yeah, awful.
There were a lot of people there. I'd say 75% of them were reporters. But I guess like some people run for president just to have friends who are paid to write about them and to write unflattering things.
Yeah,
But at least he has friends. If he had thrown a Super Bowl party and he wasn't running for president, who do you think would have shown up?
Nobody would have come to that.
Dave Barry, I think he won a Pulitzer Prize-winning humorist. Dave Barry was there. You think Marco Rubio could have got Dave Barry to show up to his Super Bowl party last year? Was he running for president last year?
I don't know.
No.
No.
So a lot of reporters, that guy from Fox, that tall guy, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know his name, but I see him
Tall
on
one?
there. Yeah, tall fella. Yeah. Saw him. Garrett.
Major Garrett?
Major Garrett from Fox, yeah.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun up here in New
No.
Hampshire.
No, it's cold. I'm ready to go home.
There was a blinding snowstorm.
Yeah, that was first day up here, wasn't it? That second day up here. It was snowed, and now it's better, and now it's supposed to get cold. It's supposed to snow again tomorrow.
Well, you watched the debate. We
Yeah.
went down to the debate. We watched that. That was also some sort of natural disaster at the beginning. It wasn't as bad as the snowstorm, but it was funnier.
Yeah, it was a lot funny. And old Dr. Ben Carson, he didn't hear him say his name, so he's like, I ain't going nowhere till somebody says my name, which is, that's how you should be. I agree with him on that.
People who run for president, they want you to say their name a lot. It's important. It's on signs.
Well, even if you ain't running for president, you don't just go barging into some place or go wherever, go through the door. You wait till you hear your name called, then you get up and go wherever. Don't just wander out on the stage or walk in somebody's front door unless they invite you.
Yeah, like a vampire, you gotta be invited.
I ain't saying now. See, you put words in my mouth. They didn't mean to imply in any way, shape, or form Dr. Ben Carson any kind of vampire. Don't say that. He ain't no Dracula.
But let's think about this. He literally could not come onto stage until they said his name. Now, they had said his name.
He didn't hear it.
He didn't hear it. So this hard-of-hearing vampire was stuck backstage. This explains a lot.
No, vampires
Dr.
hear
Ben
good.
Carson is a vampire.
Vampires see good, hear good, strong, all that stuff better than a regular person. So vampire hear a pin drop. Dracula be on one end of the castle, and a man come in the house try to get him in a coffin. He can hear it. He gets up he down in the basement. Somebody come in the front door. He can hear it. So that disproves the point right there.
Is that how you get a vampire? You try to trick him back into the coffin?
They can't get out of it's daytime. They have to be in there, but they can still hear you.
But if a man, how do you trick a vampire into the coffin?
You don't trick him into it. He's
well, you
in
said
it.
the man
The
was
sun
coming to put him in
when
the
the
coffin.
sun is up. Vampire has to be in the coffin. Dracula get inside of it to stay alive, because otherwise sun burn him up.
But these men that you're talking about who are breaking into Dracula's castle, and they're going to try to get him into is it by force? Or are they going to knock him out, like club him over the head with a hammer?
No, we put a stake through his heart. You know damn well how to kill him.
And then they just put him in the coffin.
No,
Oh,
he's
really?
already in it. That's what he does himself. Whether anybody's coming over to his castle or not, he gets in the coffin. He stays in there at daytime. It's opposite. We go sleep. Nighttime, Dracula goes sleep in a daytime. So he's already in there. The people don't have nothing to do. It don't matter whether they're coming over or not. But if you're going to go over Dracula's house, you don't want to go over at nighttime because he's up running all over where the hell he wants to go inside of there. Because nighttime he can go wherever he wants to. Unless somebody else has to have to invite him.
So I feel like you should have said the men are coming to put the stake through Dracula's heart. Because what you said was they're going to try to get him in the coffin.
No, I did not say that. I never said to try to get him in the coffin. They ain't got nothing to do with him getting in the coffin. He does that on his own.
Oh, so you're saying
on his own accord.
I misunderstood.
When the person comes over there, they better hope he's in the coffin, because otherwise he's at the door. Come on in.
You said they were coming to get him in the coffin.
He's in the coffin.
He's
They're
in
coming
the
over.
coffin.
Because if you go over any other time, he's going to be, come on inside, come have dinner or whatnot, then tricking you, about your neck, kill you.
That's the only time. So you're saying he's in the coffin and can hear a pin drop. Here's what I pictured in my mind. Dracula's sitting in his recliner reading a newspaper. He hears somebody break a window, jimmy it open, and it's the men coming, and they've got like a coffin trap, like Acme, like spring-loaded, giant box or something. It says, like, Dracula, press here. They're going to leave it around. Dracula be like, what is this? Oh, look at the present. And then he'd press that button, and then a spring, like a jack-in-the-box, but a coffin come out, kind of like a Audrey 2, Little Shop of Horrors, coffin come out, eat him up, get him in the coffin, and he's trapped in the coffin. He's lost all his powers. I didn't think that's how Dracula's lost their powers, but I thought you were misunderstanding how.
You are misunderstanding.
No,
I know how Dracula
true.
works. I seen Dracula movie. I know how it works. Daytime he's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
He can still hear you though. If you gotta be quiet, sneak up on him.
Oh man,
Because they hear good. If he's awake, see.
Think
far
about
away.
this.
Dr. Ben Carson got a hearing problem. Bless his heart.
So that means he's not a vampire.
He ain't no vampire.
Then
now,
how do you
debate was taking place at
explain-
nighttime, and they ain't got nothing. That's neither here nor there.
Well, they've never had a daytime debate, have they?
And that's what I'm aware of, but I don't.
So
think
that's
that
strike two, if you ask me.
All
And here's, so okay, I'll give you that. A vampire would have been able to hear. If a vampire ran for president, he would hear his own name announced. True. That doesn't explain why Dr. Ben Carson could not come out on the stage until he heard his name, until he was invited.
They said his name, he just didn't.
He didn't hear it. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
So he's hard of hearing or something, or they didn't say it loud enough, or whatever. I don't know.
Also, he also could just be real dumb.
Don't say that about Dr. Ben Carson. He's a
Brilliant.
He's a brilliant man. That's
Brilliant
right.
man.
He'll cut your head open, take your brain out, put somebody else in, just like Frankenstein. He can do it, all that stuff. He's smart as a whip. Don't you call him dumb.
I'm not saying he's dumb, although he has the powers of several of the universal monsters. But
he don't.
No, let me go back to him being dumb, because nobody wants to say that, because people are confused.
But respect Dr.
He's
Ben
a
Carson.
really nice man.
He is a nice man, yes, sir.
He is a brilliant surgeon.
Yes, he is.
Many people have said that.
Yep.
Let's stop beating around the bush. Aside from the fact that he can cut into your head and move your brain around and make it better.
Yeah.
He is
I
dumb as
suppose
hell.
he could make it worse if he wanted to.
He does. He has that power too. Who
He
is that?
wouldn't do
Phantom
that.
of the Opera?
He's a nice man. So you already said that. Phantom of the Opera? What the hell are you talking about? He don't get to know.
What universal
Frankenstein-
monster?
Frankenstein is the one that opens up the brain,
Dr.
takes
Frankenstein.
in and out, and break you live or dead. He does all that stuff in the monster.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom of the Opera is music. That's ain't got nothing to do with any of them running for president, as far as I know.
Martin O'Malley
Huh?
played music.
Oh, hell.
All I'm saying is nobody's saying Dr. Ben Carson. What it should be obvious to us now. He's a brilliant surgeon.
He is, yeah.
In all other respects, he is dumb
Don't?
as
He
hell.
is not.
He
Not being
doesn't
able
know how
hear.
to come out onto a stage. When people ask him questions, he doesn't answer them in the way a normal human being would. His
Name
brain,
one of them up there answers a question the way a normal human being does. Name
That's a
one
good
of
point.
them running.
That's a good point.
None of them answer
Nope.
a question like a regular person.
Now let's-
Closest one is Trump, and that's what's scary. But even that's half crazy.
But that ain't like a regular person. That's like a person in a
that's-
bar.
Yeah, that's what. But that's close to being regular.
Who's
As any
looking
of
for
them
a
are.
fight.
Outside of, I'm not saying all regular people hate Muslims. I don't mean to imply that, because that ain't true. I know plenty of regular people think Muslims fine, not their particular religion, but they don't got no problem with it one way or the other.
Okay. Let's say Dr. Ben Carson's not dumb as hell. Let's say
He's not dumb as hell. It's not funny for you to say that either. He's trying to be cute.
I'm telling it like it is. That's what people want these days. They want to cut through the PC bullcrap.
Now
They want to hear it like it is.
I hear you
And I'm
sound
here.
like
I'm
that.
here to tell you that Dr. Ben Carson is dumb.
Don't say that. He is not dumb. He got every kind of Dr. Lysis thing up on. I bet in his office at his house outside of all the pictures of him and Jesus posing together. He got every kind of doctorate, PhD, whatever you call that stuff. All them certificates all over on frames. I bet he probably got how many offices he got all that stuff. I mean, I'm sure he got pictures of him and Jesus in there too. But he's smart as a whip. Don't say that about him. Don't even imply it. I don't like it.
Okay, I'll give you this much. He's a brilliant surgeon, smart person, doctor, medical doctor.
Yeah.
Maybe he is the absent-minded physician, not a professor, because I don't know if
That's flubber.
Yep.
He ain't jumping around and all.
Forgetful. She blinded me with science. Where's my papers? Oh,
Why?
I knocked it all down. She cleaned up again.
Why
I
is
can't
he-
find anything. That absent-minded professor is
No.
what I'm saying. Maybe he's in that. Like, where are my car keys? His wife has to find it. Here they are, Ben. Like, well, I didn't know.
Even
Well, how'd
if
they
he
get
was
there?
that way, he got plenty of people around him that take care of that for
You
him.
put 'em in
This-
there, Ben.
That's what when they about to cut in somebody's head, you got about how many people around say, hand me that, hand me this. That ain't his job to lay it all out. That's somebody else's job.
Well,
you
I'm
put him to
saying-
sleep. You hand me a knife. I cut his head open. There's a bunch of them.
I don't even think he cuts their head open. I think somebody else probably has that saw going.
No.
I think they open it up, they break it
If
open
you
like a
had
lobster.
if that was your job, you gonna let somebody else do that? That's the best part of it. Cutting a head open, getting in the brain. You gonna let somebody else do that part for you?
It depends. Do I have the best head cutter in the world? Like Dr. Ben Carson, renowned brain surgeon, probably gets the best guy. Like, I'd love to cut this young man open just open that head up and look at that pretty brain, but I'm not gonna because I have Julius.
He ain't gonna know.
Who
But
is
the
the
way you say it,
best.
is he even in the operation room at all? Because the way you say it, here's what you do: cut him here. You take the brain out. You do this, and you do that, and that's end of it. And I'll be playing golf or something. But he ain't that way. I ain't saying he's that way. That's what you saying. No, he's in there. He's cutting the head. He's doing all that. Now, granted, when he says, hand me the scalpel, or somebody says, here you go, doctor, they may have to speak up a bit. But other than that, he knows how to do it.
Look, I don't want to impugn his brain operating skills because that's really all he's got going for him right now.
Why? All he got.
But I will say this. It would not surprise me if they go, here you go, Dr. Ben Carson, here's a scalpel. And he says, scalpel? What am I doing with this?
He don't.
Scalpel?
No.
Scalpel?
He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how to do all that stuff.
I think sometimes he's standing there looking down into somebody's brain and he says something like, well, you look at that. Somebody's head is just wide open right here on this table. And they go, Dr. Ben Carson, you're here to operate. And he says, oh, I forgot.
Well, that's anybody. Everybody has an off day at work. Now, did that happen once or twice? Yeah, but, I mean, it couldn't happen every time it cut in somebody's head, else he wouldn't have been known as well as he is. You don't cut all those people's heads open and have somebody tell you need to run for president by going, oh, what am I doing?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Now, when he's up there answering questions in a debate, sometimes I'll give you that. Yeah, now that's a different profession. Sometimes he is, what am I doing? What did they just ask me? I don't, that happens to him, definitely. I ain't denying that. But as far as being in the operating room and him in the hospital, I don't, as far as I can tell, ain't nobody any better. He's as good at it as anybody.
Any vampire.
Ain't no vampire. Not like
How when he opens up people's brains, does he not just want to drink all that blood right out of there?
Oh, come on. Just enough of the monster stuff.
No wonder he's distracted. All he's doing is if he is a vampire, he's up there on that stage and he's listening to how many people run now? Like 7, 8 hearts beat and pump all that delicious blood.
All right,
through
enough
their horrible
with the monster
bodies.
stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with him and whether he's here or not.
They're saying, Dr. Ben Carson, what would you do about ISIS? And all he's thinking is like, I wish I could open up Jeb Bush's vein.
Look, you have him cut up head, take a brain out, put it back in, fix it, all that stuff better than anybody else in the operating room. Take him out of that, put him on stage with all them running for president. He maybe doesn't do as good as some of them does, but he's still pretty good, right? I mean, you can't just grab somebody off the street and put them on a stage with the rest of the Republicans and say, go, just the fact that he can get up there and sort of kind of hold his own, that says something. Now, you take Marco Rubio, Chris Christie, any of them, take them in a hospital room and tell them to do somebody's brain. I wouldn't want to be around that. Wouldn't want to see it. Be a mess.
I'll give you that, too.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be a bigger mess than any mess that he's made by not hearing his name and standing there or not answering the right question or being mad because they didn't ask about North Korea.
No, you don't want Marco Rubio in your head.
No, sir. So I say Dr. Ben Carson is a brilliant man. No, just like I said, just the fact that he's up there and, with the rest of them says something about him, I guess. When do we go home again?
Wednesday.
Today's Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday.
So Super Bowl Sunday, which we wasted.
It was a waste. You said you were sitting there going, "Oh, Marco Rubio going to have a Super Bowl party." Well, there was 2 Super Bowl. We're here to see all the people run for president, so I understand that. There was 2 Super Bowl parties and 1 Puppy Bowl party. The Super Bowl party between Carly Fiorina and Marco Rubio. So I understand picking Rubio over her. But maybe we made the wrong choice. I don't know.
We may have made the wrong choice because I bet Carly Fiorina, I think hers may have been at a bar.
Well, yeah.
Marco Rubio's was at some. What was that?
I don't know what it was. Sports Center, something.
It was called like a sports center, and it was just like a giant room, and they had a stage set up.
They had a net or something.
I guess they were going to start. They did start playing the Super Bowl, and they did have a lot of Little Caesars.
Everybody left too. That says a lot about Marco Rubio people, as far as I'm concerned. They weren't there for the Super Bowl. I'll say that right now, because as soon as he left, they all started leaving. Because I thought, if you're going to throw a Super Bowl party, stay there and watch the damn Super Bowl.
What if I said, hey, y'all want to come over to my house and watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a speech at the beginning, and then I'm going to leave. Just let yourselves out.
Well, if you had a nice house and a big TV, maybe that'd be okay. But I don't know what this place was. It's inside, like I said, there's a net. There was 2 big TVs, but everybody left after he left. I know he gonna watch it on the bus of his. All of them got them big, nice buses. That's what he was gonna do. Of course, he probably don't even like sports, as far as I'm concerned. I bet Marco Rubio said, "Turn it off, I don't want to see this.
Get that shit off of my TV."
Yep.
That's what he said.
Probably.
I hate sports. So we went to Marco Rubio's Super Bowl party. We didn't go to Carly Fiorina's. Before that, we went to see Jim Gilmore.
That was now. See, we should have stayed there. We would have had a good time there. Listen, now Marco Rubio, a bunch of people screaming for him for some damn reason. A bunch of food on the floor. I don't know what that was about.
The food was on the floor.
On the floor. They did potato chips, nachos, whatever. It's all on the floor.
The floor is where your feet go.
Not where your food goes. I know that. I've been running a place of business where you serve food to the people for years, and if the food gets on the floor, you throw that away. You put that in the trash.
That wasn't just they didn't open up bags of chips and dump them.
No, they was in a
but I don't know why they were on the
it
ground instead of up on a table. I guess maybe when it was time to put them up on a table, they like, hey, get them bowls on the floor and put them up on a table. We run out of table bowls.
I'm telling you why they did it right now. And Marco Rubio has something to do with it. He said, as soon as I'm done with my speech and I'm out the door, then put that food up on the table, because he didn't want to hear all that crunching. And people eat potato chips.
People tell us, like, whenever we eat on the podcast. Like,
well, I don't blame them either. You don't think about that when you're eating, because you don't
can't
hear your own self
crazy.
Eat, or you're used to it, is what it is. You're used to hearing your own lips smack, chew. When you hear somebody else doing it, it's like, all right, enough. I understand that. But, yeah, he don't want to be up there, all those people in there eating and stuff instead of listening to him. That's what he wants everybody to do. But that's what he said, yeah.
That's right. If you're Marco Rubio, you know you're going to lose a charisma contest with a bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's a contest. Contest so weird. I said it real weird. You're going to lose a charisma contest with a bag of Doritos if you're Marco Rubio.
Yep.
Contest.
Right.
The debate last night, that was kind of weird, the way they had the spin room set up. Folks, if you've never been to a big debate, what happens is me and Jackie have been lucky enough to go to 2 or 3 this year. We get press credentials.
The only one I like going to was at Ronald Reagan Library. That's because you got to see his grave and hang your head low, take your hat off, and look at that stuff. But that's the only reason I like being there. The rest of us being about a bunch of reporters running around screaming and hollering at everybody. Spin room, you go in there, which I didn't know it was. It's called file room, where you sit with a bunch of other people sweating, either in a tent or a building or something. It's always hot in there, and everybody watching the TV and on a computer typing away. I don't know how you watch and type or whatever.
Well, you got to tweet it, and you got to blog it, and you got to do all that. Well, see, that's why they're famous reporters, and we're lucky to get in.
Who's famous? Major Garrett and the other tall man from Fox, only 2 people I recognize in there, and I don't know how many 100 people in there. I don't know any of them. Famous. I don't know. No way. Schieffer was in there. I saw
Bob
him.
Schieffer.
Bob Schieffer. I thought he was retired, but I guess not. I guess Give him something to do, retirement. They might as well go.
He may be like a greeter now, like a Walmart, like a news greeter.
That makes sense.
Like
Yeah,
a
just
Walmart
have him
greeter.
right this way. He didn't greet us, but he could, come
like
right
a
this way.
politics greeter, like, well, welcome to politics.
Yeah. I like having at least one cranky old fella doing the news. I get mad when they ain't one, and right now I don't know if there is one. Bill O'Reilly don't count because he was cranky when he was young. He getting old now, but that ain't.
So you want somebody who was mellow when they're young and cranky when they're old.
When they get old, I like the news. I like the news read. And maybe because I'm old, cranky a little bit, could be, I don't know. But I was younger, I still like it. I like old, Rooney, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
was
think
cranky.
most of the ones you like are dead.
No, some of Cafford is still alive, isn't he?
Is he?
He just ain't working. They fired him.
Is he?
I hope so. Is he dead or alive? Don't get that damn phone out asking it.
Siri, is newsman Jack Cafferty still alive?
Here's some news for us. Newsman Jack Cafferty still alive.
Michael Caine on the challenges of youth and why his wife is the only reason he's still alive.
What?
I'm no terrorist, insists middle-class Muslim convert jihadi Jack.
What the hell is
Abe Vigoda has died, and this is no hoax.
that?
Day one of trial for a man charged with felony murder and arson. Oh, that's probably him. Let's see.
What? Don't say that. Jack Cafferty is still alive. They fired him, is what they did. CNN trying to bring Wolf. When Wolf Blitzer is as old and cranky as you got on your network, and you get something ain't right.
Yes, Wolf Blitzer is a sorry excuse for a cranky old man. Anybody who like shops at damn place where you go to buy running shoes is not a cranky old man. You know he like juices. Wolf Blitzer's not a cranky old man.
Nope, that's the closest they got, and that's the reason I don't watch CNN. Jack Cafferty, I didn't always have to agree with him. And I ain't saying that. I don't need the old cranky man to scream the things that I would scream. I'd like to hear what different opinion from an old cranky man,
When do you think was the last time Wolf Blitzer was drunk on the air?
Hell, for all I know, he'd be drunk every time. He could be one of them,
Well, if he ain't the right kind of drunk.
No, sir, he is not. If he is. Jack Cafferty, I guarantee you, about 85% of the time, he had in a coffee mug or whatever, he had some bourbon in there, some kind of brown whiskey. You could tell. He's cranky.
Jack Cafferty is still alive.
Yep, I knew it. What's he doing, though? See, somebody that old, that drunk and cranky and sitting at home, I'm sure he's still cranky, but put him on TV.
Maybe we should just say allegedly drunk.
Well, either way, drunk, sober, whatever it was, he was still cranky, and I wish he's still on TV somewhere. There's all these news channels competing with one another, and Jack Cafferty at home in a bathrobe, probably drinking a little bit, and probably watching the news and saying the same stuff except he ain't on TV. Put him on TV. Let me see it. I like that sort of thing.
You'd like a show called something like, let's say, Get a Load of This.
Huh?
And it's just some drunk old man going, will you get a load of this?
Jack Cafferty, yeah.
Well, get a load of this. How'd he talk?
Something like that,
Get
yeah.
a load of this.
Yeah.
You folks won't believe what's been going on.
Any subject matter, it don't matter. It's pretty much how it comes out.
I'm going to read some words and unpack a load of bullshit you haven't seen since you, worked the rodeo in Oklahoma City in 1934.
Yeah.
I guess that was a year a lot of bullshit.
All right, don't have to keep saying on again.
Do you think people who work with cattle, Mark, you remember that year? Like other people say, well, you remember that year we had that really bad winter and it snowed so much? Or what about that spring it rained 7 feet?
What?
You know how old people talk. Do you think that people who work with cows are like, do you remember when them cows shit all autumn long? That was the shit.
Cows do that no matter what time of year it is. Cows go to the bathroom. That ain't what people necessarily talk about unless they're sick or something like that. Then they said my cows got sick and I did all this and they had such and such.
Maybe it was that.
Veterinarian said They had this cow vet.
I bet that's who cow vets are the ones you talk about.
Yeah.
You remember 1975 when all the cows got sick?
Had that thing. But they have a reason to talk about it. Just a farmer just talk about it. Ain't unless, they said, what's that? Paul Newman HUD put all them cows put them all in a big hole and just blow the hell out of them because they sick. They had shotguns. They all stood around, put on.
That was a rough year.
They put on Paul Newman, all of them put on them raincoats so the blood don't get. They just blow the hell out of them cows. I can't remember what it was I had. It's been years since I've seen that old black and white movie. But Paul Newman, all of them, they killed. I don't know, just a whole herd of them. Just load them in there and shoot them. Had to.
So we're here in New Hampshire, and we're having a lot of fun enjoying the political process.
Yeah.
Folks, your future is being decided here in this tiny, tiny, freezing cold, weird state.
How come we don't have any say in that? I don't understand that. How come I ain't got no... You gonna let these people decide on who I'm gonna be my damn president? How'd they get that job? I know there's history to it and all that stuff, but I don't know it.
What else do they have, Jackie? What else do they have? We've been riding around here for a few days now, and maybe it's winter time, maybe it's bleaker than it typically is. I'm just going to say I'm uncomfortable with the fact that the political system here in the U.S. is set up like it is, but I don't have the heart to come in and take it away from them. It's sort of like immigration. Yes, we should not have a bunch of illegal immigrants here in the United States. Yeah. I just don't know who's going to have the heart to knock on doors and take mama and daddy away. Leave them in I know I sound like John Kasich now. Maybe he's thinking the same thing. Every time he has to go shake hands in an Arby's in Londonderry.
Yeah.
And somebody's like, hey, John Kasich, hey, you signed this box of curly fries. And he's like, why in the hell is America set up like this?
Yeah. Why have I got to be here? Yeah.
I can't, as somebody who's running for president, maybe I should say something. And then he looks around. He's like, I don't have, these people got nothing. They got curly fries. They have that awful look on their faces, like something's about to be taken away. You ever seen like a dog, like a mangy stray dog on the side of the road that's just been beat and hungry, everything, the worst stuff happened to it, and you just walk up to it and the dog just looks at you like, what now? Come on, okay, just get it over with. That's New Hampshire. And I want to be the person that comes up to that dog, that New Hampshire dog, and says, here, I brought you some curly fries from Arby's. John Kasich signed the box. I don't want to be the person that's like, get out of here, you stupid dog, New Hampshire. Because one more thing is going to make that dog or New Hampshire just crawl in a hole like that dog got his face eat off. And then he grew it back. Happy ending.
Can the president change all this stuff? Because it seems like if you run for president, right, let's say, because you had to go through this, right? You had to go through it.
Yep.
And you know how awful it is. The worst thing in the world being up in New Hampshire.
Uh-huh.
No offense to the people there.
No offense at all.
No offense to the state. None taken. It's terrible here. And then let's say you luck out. You get there. You win. Be president.
Uh-huh.
Now, could you say, you know what, this is a load of bull. I'm going to change. I guess not, because you won't, like, if they want to be president, they're going to have to do this.
Oh, you said haze them.
I did too. Yeah, yes.
Well, if anybody was just going to do whatever they wanted to, it'd be happening right now.
Well, that's true, yeah. That's true.
One that's just going to do it.
Yeah.
Did he win in New Hampshire against Hillary? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
He won Iowa, right?
I'm trying to block it all out. I'm still trying to block out he won the presidency, let alone.
This was nearly 8 years ago, Jackie.
Yeah.
Time flies.
I'm glad we weren't in. Get off of me. Glad we weren't in New Hampshire then.
Yeah, they didn't even have the internet.
Well,
what if you lived in New Hampshire and with like a slow internet that had nothing to take you away, whisk you away to
It barely got computer. Is that the internet computer? My computer work. Barely got that in this hotel.
This podcast is going to be late because it's going to take like 4 years to upload.
Yeah, it's coming, though. We said we'd do it. You're getting it. Same as being here in New Hampshire. We said give us $3,000. We're going to New Hampshire.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we really appreciate
it.
If it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't be here at all.
And the next time we do Kickstarter or whatever it is, say you give me $3,000, we're going to Grand Canyon. It's something I want to see, something I want to do instead of. Can you do a Kickstarter for like a bucket list Kickstarter? Like because I'm up there in age. Good Lord, gonna take me when it takes me. But it's gonna be sooner than later. So
that's true.
I didn't know if you could do it. That sort of thing. Old Jack Nicholas and Morgan Freeman bucket list.
I think that's a GoFundMe. GoFundMe's for racists and old people.
Yeah. Well, I ain't do it. I like to see Grand Canyon. Never seen Grand Canyon. That's basically it. Yeah. Mount Rushmore, see a picture, you know what it is.
I would like to see Mount Rushmore because that's just weird. That'd have to be surreal. But I
He's
feel
got
like
a big head, big president head. Like you damn $5 look at it. Look at the same thing, just big up on the mountain.
I feel like that's one of them things that you drive, like there's no reason to go in that direction on that road, and you drive for like 6 hours, and then you get there, you're like, oh, man, and then you got to turn around and drive back.
That's probably what it's like, yeah. Well, these people here, New Hampshire, may not have much to look forward to, may not have nothing but this, but I tell you what, I'm going to get to my sponsor right now, because I tell you, people in Sarasota, Florida, I tell you what they got something good. And let me show you here, see if I get this name right. No, his name I get right, that's easy, Baba Steve.
Oh, Baba Steve.
For conditioned unconsciousness. And here he is right here. That's him right there. That's Baba Steve.
That's our friend.
I met him up here. Bless his heart. I don't understand any of this now. I ain't, condoning whatever this is because I ain't read it yet either. But he's a good fella. Gave us this book. Run into him 2 or 3 times. I guess that's what he's here doing, trying to give this to people running for president. I don't know why, but he's a good man. He tried to buy something to eat. He said, let me get you a hamburger or something like that. I don't know, you ain't got to do. We got $3,000 Kickstarter. He didn't understand that. I bet he understood Kickstarter about as much as I understood anything in this.
This is basically the Kickstarters of literature.
Right there. But he's a nice fella. I like him. I hope we run into him again. Seen him twice, saw him once. We shared experience together. He and us both got kicked out of Bernie Sanders thing.
We couldn't get into a Bernie Sanders rally. Which you'd think that Bernie Sanders, they're so worried about, he got a turban on. He said, I got a turban on. That's probably why they wouldn't let me in. But he said it in like a mystical way.
Yeah, I mean, he says it. Yeah.
He didn't accuse me. I don't want to put words in his mouth. That's.
He was nice about that too, because we was mad they won't let us in. It's snowing out here, cold as hell. And he said, "Oh, this is a private function. That's all it is." I ain't seen him get mad about nothing. I ain't seen this man get mad about nothing.
He said he was gonna wrestle me. I don't think that's in any of the clips.
But not in a mean way, like I'm going to wrestle, like I'm going to show you. Yeah,
like I'm going to show you. And it wasn't
he would have done it. Y'all were in the middle of a restaurant, and he would have done it.
He was going to just prove to me that an older man can be stronger than me.
But anyhow, it's called For Conditioned Unconsciousness. He didn't give me $25 to say it right now, but he offered to buy me lunch. And I figured the least I could do is show him on here and doing this. But I guess it's supposed to help you. I don't know if it's religious or just exercise, a little bit of both, I guess. But nice fella. I'm sure there's some nice stuff in here.
Do you want to read from it some?
I can, I guess. Let me see. What page?
I just pick one that looks good.
Oh, he signed it here.
He
signed it for you. He didn't sign it for me.
Oh, that's right. Hi, Dunlap. I hope you and your family stay in good health and spirits.
Now, see, that's about the nicest thing you say to anybody. Like I said, I ain't saying I adhere to this religious, spiritual belief, whatever it is, but everything you said seemed to be, nice fella. I don't know what I'm supposed to read here. All right, here a little history on him here. It said, in March of 1967, I finished medical school and headed off to the United States. After that, I visited India every 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I guess that's where I'm from originally, India. In 2006, when I was visiting New Delhi, India, I stayed with my cousin in Connaught Place, wherever that is. My 60-year-old cousin Sheila, is Baba Sheila, was the only member of the family left who lived on a rich estate, all right? She had several servants, a cook, a laundress, a driver, and a housekeeper, and a gardener, and a sweeper. That's pretty good. You're doing good for yourself right there. So, things like that, him talking about his family, I guess.
It's like a memoir.
Yeah, pretty much. He must have, obviously a man lived an interesting life, Interesting fella. But I like old Bobby Steve. I hope we see him again before we leave New Hampshire, and if I ever get down to Sarasota. That's what is it? Fun, man.
Go fun.
I go, like to go see Grand Canyon, go down to Sarasota, Florida, and visit old Bobby Steve.
But you tell Bobby Steve, he'll come up and see you. He'll probably crash at your house for a while.
Well, he don't need to. He's used to going. You just heard it. With the cousin Sheila. I ain't got all that. He'd rather, if you're going to stay with me, Bobby Sheila, whatever her name is, she got laundress, driver, all that stuff. I ain't got nothing but me and a sick old woman in my house. I'm sure he'd be polite and come over. I don't mean to say,
You could have dinner.
Well, yeah. I don't know if I fix what he likes to eat. But there's a restaurant here somewhere in Murphy, but not here in New Hampshire if it is. But there's one place in Murfreesboro sells that kind of food, whatever it is. He probably like it.
Folks.
Even if he didn't like it, I guarantee you he would say he did. He'd that kind of fella polite.
No, it's great. It's great. I
like
just can't. My throat hurts.
Yeah, something like that. He goes, oh, thank you very much. He nice fella. And I like to see it. So get this book. It costs $20. I don't know where you get it. Probably out of the back of his car if he comes by.
Online, probably.
On a computer, I hope so. We found him on. Oh, here it is, right here. Look, computer. It's www stuff for computers. www.babasteve. That's BABA Steve.org. Right, and here's what you learn in this book. It says on the back here, to live free and be conscious without conditions. Whatever that means, and who will be the U.S. president of 2016 and why. So
that's two seemingly unrelated things, but I bet he ties it all together.
I know he does. He smart fella, you can tell. He lived an interesting life. I like old Baba Steve. Hope we see him again. So that's my sponsor, Baba Steve.
I think that's what he was wearing when we saw him.
That's what he always got on. He may be like that at home, but
that's at home. Home, New Hampshire.
Wherever else goes. But yeah, Bob Steve, what is that? R8, what is that, 4?
Prescription, maybe?
Oh, that's it, yeah. Prescription
or drugs.
He ain't do drugs, don't say that. Prescription for conditioned unconsciousness. Wake up, America. Oh, I forgot that part of the book. Here, prescription for conditioned unconsciousness. Wake up, America. Who will be the president of the United States in 2016? That's a long title, but those are all important things. Baba Steve, master teacher, yogi, and mystic.
It's all in the title, really.
Yeah.
It is all there. I don't know why I was surprised.
Well, on the end here, you can't put it all on the spine of it. It's this conditioned unconsciousness prescription. Yeah. That's my sponsor. Go out and get that book. Get online, get it. And if you ain't seen the videos we're done recently, he's in
a lot of them.
He's in a couple of them so far.
Probably more to come, but we can't say for sure.
Well, if we run into him again, that's one of those things like mystical. Where's he going to be? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He always turns up. We
Well,
didn't see him today, though.
They give us a business card. We can call him and ask him where he's at.
I am surprised we didn't see him today. I guess we're still up. Anything could happen. Folks, Jackie, I got a sponsor this week that I think you are really going to like.
Yeah.
This is something that I feel strongly about, and I dug deep into my own pocket, and I just wanted to get the word out. I'd like to sponsor for me this week, my sponsor, somebody I chose, is gaunt-faced, holler-eyed white people.
Wow.
Yes, the gaunt-faced, holler-eyed white people of New Hampshire, folks, are terrifying. If you stop in for gas or to eat a donut or a whoopie pie, let me tell you, you are going to encounter these gaunt-faced, holler-eyed white people. I don't recommend, if you've ever seen a ghost and that ghost is on meth, then that's what it's like to turn a corner in New Hampshire. Look, I'm not running down the whole state.
You shouldn't do that. That's right. Yeah.
I'm just saying it's awful. It's not awful. It's when we were driving through that snowstorm, Jackie, did you not think, even though we were about to die, did you not think this is goddamn beautiful?
Watch your mouth. Don't say it that way. If you like snow, yeah. If you like,
where would you see
look
this?
like you driving up Newhart's Hotel or wherever Newhart
Just
had out.
beautiful.
Yeah, pretty.
Just beautiful.
Hear that song going through your head.
And
almost.
we meet so many people, and they are so into the political process. They take it seriously up here. Yes, it's not fair that we have given this tiny, strange state the power of deciding who our next president's going to be, but at least they're not like, yeah, fuck it, I don't give a shit. What about Trump? How about him? They go. We went to a Carly Fiorina thing on a Saturday morning, and the place was foolish.
Yeah.
I mean, more than we thought. 3 people.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, but no.
Nope. There was a good. Was there 100 people there?
Yeah, maybe close to it. Yeah, which she doing all right. I mean, doing better than I thought she would do. Yeah. So
100 people come out to see Carly Fiorina on a damn cold Saturday morning after a crazy snowstorm the night before. That says something about New Hampshire. So I'm not talking about all New Hampshire, but there are a lot of scary, gaunt-faced, holler-eyed white people up here. And if that sort of thing frightens you, as it should, then I recommend maybe not coming to the Northeast.
Well, you talking about them. It's been instilled in these people for years.
Yes.
How long it's been this way? As long as I can remember.
It's pride. It's civic pride. They're proud of their state. They're proud of what they do.
Important job, I guess, to them. They decide whether they should have it or not. We all discussed that. That's not what I'm talking about. It's there for whatever reasons. It is the way it is, and these people take it seriously. Which you help decide.
Yep.
Who's going to be later of the free world? So they go see Carla Fiorina. So
and some of them just wear sweatshirts with the cigarette holes in them. And they just wander around outside in the middle of the night trying to look in your windows. Or maybe they just drive around in a truck and stare at you at the red light.
Now, I didn't know this, but there's drug problems here. There's drug problems everywhere. I know that.
There certainly are.
But here they were talking about it and debating everything else. I guess what is heroin's. Whatever that is.
Here's all I'm going to say. It's just get a hold of yourself. If you want to party and have fun, go do that. Don't
do any of that.
Be obvious about it.
Now, see, people, Carla Fiorina went to there. Those people came there. There wasn't nothing there but her. Wasn't nothing awful. Wasn't no food there. Wasn't nothing. Just her talking. Now, today, so old Jim Gilmore. Now, see, they come out. Of course, it's Jim Gilmore. No offense to Mr. Gilmore. He served the country. He's a veteran, and I thank you for his service. But
proud that he talked to us.
Yeah, he was nice, kind enough to talk to us, say a few words, but people weren't there to see him.
They were there for the puppy. I think it was a Puppy Bowl event, and he came to.
See, we thought he was throwing the Puppy Bowl.
No, he just kind of showed up. He heard that there was going to be people watching some dogs.
Because so if somebody's doing a Puppy Bowl, you go see a Puppy Bowl. But I will say for this, people were there for the Puppy Bowl, whereas Marco Rubio wasn't nobody there for the damn Super Bowl. Didn't nobody go there for that. Better or worse, we have you want to twist it and think about it. But that's what I'm saying. Jim Gilmore was visiting with real people who like, it was Anheuser-Busch, people who like beer and dogs. That's real people right there as far as I'm concerned. People who want to go eat potato chips off the floor and listen to Marco Rubio repeat himself, that ain't a real person as far as I'm concerned. Something I can't relate to that at all. I can sit around, drink beer and pet dogs till the cows come home, no matter how sick it get. Not the cows, not the dog. I don't want the dog to be sick. I didn't mean to imply that. But I'll go in. If Jim Gilmore wants to come in there and shake my hand, tell me and run for president, well, good for you. That's good. That's a real solid American. But all those people, Rubio thing, I don't know what to think of them.
You ever seen old photos of people from the Civil War, maybe some dead soldiers or a woman with a harsh face, or a man who looked like he was chiseled out of a rock
Why?
that shouldn't be used to make the likeness of a human being, maybe some rock that gives a face a particularly hard and cruel
Why?
look. And you go, I can't believe people ever looked like this. You know, them old photos where people just look so stark and mean and harsh and weather-beaten. That's what people look like in New Hampshire. Like if you took them out of the old-timey clothes and like the blood-stained...
and then put like rock and roll T-shirts on or something.
Yeah.
Or American flag T-shirt. You know...
Something you'd get.
Some people say, and I don't like to perpetuate stereotype, people say redneck sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now, and some people say redneck, look down and put on airs, but redneck, some people carry out pride, that's regular people, my kind of people, so to speak.
A lot of people would say we're rednecks.
Yeah, so most people do, and I don't take offense to that. Whatever they may think they're trying to offend me, it's like that song, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Man, British people used to sing it and trying to make fun of us, and we said, "No, I like that song. I put a feather in a cap whenever I want to. I see what I care,
I think they handled that wrong. Honestly, that sounds.
Well,
I don't think they. I think that sounds like the British were just having
it don't
another
make any
laugh
sense.
at
Put
their
a feather in the cap and call it macaroni. That don't make any
That's
that
like
damn
if
bit of
they're
sense.
like, you put a feather in your hat and you call it macaroni. They're like, oh yeah, well yeah I do. Look, and then they're like, you just proving you an idiot.
Well,
How'd we win?
Well, we won. That's all that matters.
You know who won them awards? People that lived here. Their forefathers.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So there's something to be said for that. But
So I'm sorry. Look, at New Hampshire, I ain't talking about everybody here. But I got on Tinder and
wow.
carry me back home.
Called redneck something. Some people like it here, but just accents different. And let's be honest, look a little bit worse.
Yep. We definitely carry ourselves a lot better. Jackie, we're closing in on an hour. It's 11:54 on the East Coast. We have 6 minutes to get this podcast up.
It's going
I
to
think
be
this
late.
will be the first podcast we've ever done got up late. Even.
Well, I hope the people understand because we on the other side, up north, different part of the country. Hours different, and I'm wore out because I had to hear Marco Rubio.
It's his fault.
Talk, yeah. Blame it on him.
He repeats himself.
Yeah, over and over again.
All right, folks, people, thank you so much. If you ain't been watching our videos, check out Red State Update in New Hampshire. Hopefully tonight we should have day 3 up after we get this podcast up.
So we ain't getting no sleep. We got to get up early in the morning trying to go see who.
Tomorrow is a big day. We're going to try to go see Bernie Sanders rally.
Probably won't let us in. Didn't let us in last time. Kicked me and Bobby Steve out in the cold. So y'all sit out there in the damn snow, freeze to death for all I care. Bernie Sanders.
Talk to some people at a damn Hillary Clinton rally.
Yeah.
And close the evening out, hopefully, by talking to some people heading to a Trump rally.
Yeah, or leaving it, coming or going.
We might get in there. I don't know if we'll get in there or not.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's hard to tell, but do we really? I've seen them before.
Yeah.
I know how that show ends.
If you see it on TV, I guess being there is just louder and scarier, probably.
It's the greatest hits. I mean, I know. it's fun to hear them live. But I mean, I know you ever had a band you really liked and you know all the songs so well, and you go see them live and you're like, well, shit, I'm kind of bored. I know these songs.
Yeah. Right, man.
I don't think that's how it's supposed to work.
We're
When
gonna
you go to a concert, the
let's
opposite.
go. I gotta get to bed. I can't sit up all night to do this. I gotta look at the computer. You on the computer, look at pictures. I won't see Puppy Bowl again. I got to meet. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. I got
check
I
out.
don't want
Check
Puppy
us
Bowl.
out on YouTube.
I already
Hey,
spoiled it. Jim Gilmore was there, but it's not really. That ain't spoiled. But somebody else said that. I'm excited.
No,
y'all see it. Yeah.
You really shouldn't have tipped that because that may keep people from checking it out. Very nice man.
Yeah, well, nice fella. Just
Listen, folks, you got if you're on YouTube, share our videos, subscribe to us on YouTube, subscribe to us on iTunes. This podcast, any way that you get our stuff, like it, subscribe it, share it, whatever.
let more people see. People who are interested in the political process, send them our way, and you will see it firsthand how to do it here.
I don't know if this is the one you want to start them off on.
No, not this one. No.
We didn't even. We're in a hotel. We didn't even say that.
At Fireside Inn.
Folks, if you are watching this, we won't be here after tonight. Folks, if you are watching this, you can see it looks weird.
Yeah.
If you're listening to it, it probably sounds weird too. And the reason
It
is
don't
why
matter where you're at. You New Hampshire.
we couldn't find a place to do it. It's late.
If it
We
wasn't
just
in
did
a-
it in a hotel room.
If it wasn't in the hotel room, no matter where the hell it was, we did it here. It looked weird.
I'm afraid we were going to do it down in the lobby. I'm like, somebody going to come sell me heroin down here? Shit, I'm going back up to the room.
Nah, safe in here. put the locks on the door.
Yeah,
Well,
you
it
gotta. Look, I got nothing against heroin. I just like to know who I'm dealing with.
All right, don't talk about drugs. You don't make fun of that. People get sick from that all the time. I pray for all of you up here in New Hampshire for drugs. Well, other reasons too, but drugs. Get off that stuff. Look, we're going to play the theme song, and that's going to be it. So you can go ahead and turn it off now unless you want to hear a theme song, but we ain't coming on after it. It's coming on now, and that's it. That's how things are here in New Hampshire, everything backwards. So put the locks on the door, and I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
All of them. Every one of them. Don't leave one of them unlocked.
Should I put the do not disturb on it?
Well, I ain't getting up. Don't let them come in here, wake me up in the morning. Just set it down. How you turn this thing off? Let's see. Well,
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.